and welcome to this pitch by the Green Shave Collective. Did you know cartridge razor blades, like the rays on the left, are not recyclable? This means 60.7 million single-use razor blades reach landfill every year. This is not very environmentally sustainable, as adoption of circular economy principles such as recycling could reduce global greenhouse emissions by 40%. Fortunately, there's an alternative: double-edged safety razors. These all-metal blades are recyclable and are popular among shaving enthusiasts and the most committed of eco-conscious shavers. However, they are slower to use and are often more dangerous, so only 7% of shavers actually use a safety razor. A new shaving solution is required to allow the 92% of shavers using cartridge razors to transition to a recyclable alternative. Our solution is a new razor that combines the recyclability of the safety razor with the speed and safety of the cartridge razor. Our market research shows that 98% of shavers are interested in our concept.
The product, as seen here in our simple concept render, is formed of three main components: the handle, the head or the cartridge, and the dual blades. The blades will slot into the head and are replaced at a convenient time for the consumer. Very much like a cartridge razor, except we will only be shipping the blades as opposed to this very fiddly plastic thing. Equally, the head and the handle are also detachable, and this is so that we use replacement of parts as opposed to replacements of a whole product in the case of a damage or fault. This is very much intentional, as it will save shipping costs in the future, and it will mean that future products that we come up with and concepts and designs will be able to be incorporated with older models. The standard manufacturing process for disposable razors involves making the blades first using a press and then separating those each individually into stacks of blades. These blades will then be attached to a head, and then that head will be attached to a handle. This is all done in the same manufacturing location. Where we differ is we will have our material sourced from recycling centres, so with the aim to have each component as eco-friendly as possible. This means the operations of the manufacturing process will require additional storage units for recycled material, both raw and cleaned and usable. Equally different is we plan to operate using multiple locations for the building of the full product, so the head, the handle and blades ought to be made in different locations, or locations where possible, as opposed to developing our own personal manufacturing location. Maybe the heads and the blades are made in the same place but the handle's made somewhere else. Either way, this method is used to reduce shipping costs. Instead of shipping the full product, we will just be bulk shipping each small component to a location, and this location can act as the assembly, the storage and the distribution point for all of our customers.
Here you can see our plan for our route to market. We'll begin year one by looking to secure some grant applications of around £20,000. We'll host a 100-person minimal viable product validation in order to get some market feedback. We'll then move to look to secure a seed investment of around £100,000 and begin partnerships with environmental agencies such as the Waste and Resource Action Programme. Moving on to year two, we'll begin our Kickstarter campaign in order to raise funds and awareness for the product. We'll have some in-house assembly to meet the demand from the campaign. In year three, we'll look to move our assembly externally to a separate factory, begin our advertisement campaign and launch the product. At the top of this slide you can see our vision statement, and in order to achieve this we have to sell razors. Prices are listed as such, and these were derived from our manufacturing costs and also looking at the costs of other competition. The word collective is used in our brand name in order to make people feel part of a team and a positive environmental movement. We'll be advertising the product digitally, using search engine optimization, pay-per-click and social media advertisement methods in order to reach our target group most effectively. In terms of growth, we look to explore the female razor market and expand internationally. Looking at the recent sale of Dollar Shave Club and the valuation of our other competition, if we meet our sales targets, we could be worth £50 million. This is the figure that we'll look to achieve if we choose to sell the company.
The UK's shaving and depilatory products market size was valued at 419 million in 2019. Razors and blades accounted for 74% of this market share, which took the total to 311.6 million. Market, although since 2015 has shrunk year on year, roughly at a rate of 3.8 to 4% each year. The forecast for the next 5 years is largely more positive, as the diminishment in market size is expected to fall to an average of about 2.8% a year. Driving forces behind the diminishment in market size have been a lack of innovation from different blade manufacturers and different shaving products, lack of brand resonance that consumers have felt, which as a consequence has led to confusion at the shelf, and this has led to a diminishment in sales and therefore a reduction in the total market size. Personal care and shaving products have also struggled in their e-commerce channels compared to other categories of consumer goods over the past 5 years, which has also contributed to this fall in market size. The subscription-based business model employed by shaving brands such as Schick's, Dorco, Dollar Shave Club and Harry's has proved very effective over the past few years. Edgewell Personal Care bought Harry's Shave Club for $1.4 billion in 2016, just 4 years after being founded last year. Similarly, Unilever purchased Dollar Shave Club for $1 billion in 2016. Owners of Gillette, Procter & Gamble take the largest market share in the UK with a 70.5% stake.
We've seen the impact teamwork has on our world. To truly do great work, we need people that have different experiences and understand the world from a different perspective. And therefore, I personally believe the greatest asset to a company are the workforce behind it. If you want to be seen as a leader, you have to sound and act like one, and that's exactly what Charlie Peach, our CEO, has been doing until now. Matthew McDonald, our Chief Technology Officer, has the mission and the vision to execute all of our plans. Nick Colburn, our Chief Financial Officer, is responsible for all of our financial planning. Leah Cotray-Smith, our Chief Operating Officer, is tasked with overseeing all of our administrative and operational functions of our company. Jack Neal, our Chief Marketing Officer, is in charge of strategic advertising, branding, and monitoring of other competitor brands. And I, Pratham Changappa, I head all of the manufacturing aspects in our company.
In order to successfully launch our company, we will require £160,000 worth of investment. 40% of this investment will come within the first 2 years through projects such as Kickstarter, Innovate UK and the University of Bristol New Enterprise Competition. The remaining £100,000 will come from an investor. In return, we will offer a stake within our company. This initial investment will be used to fund 3 major categories. Research and development is extremely key early on in the product's lifetime. Ensuring that you have the right product, well designed, will have huge beneficial effects further on down the line. As a product is new to the market, money must be spent on advertising to raise awareness for the product and get people to understand what we are selling. Finally, initial production costs must be covered so that our product can be made. We have made an in-depth financial plan for our product. A proportion of this is currently shown on the screen. You can see that years 1 to 5 have been modelled quarterly and years 6 and 7 just annually. From this, a cumulative profit graph has been produced. On the graph, you can see that after 3.5 years, our product will break even. Shortly after this, due to ever-increasing customer bases from a subscription service, as well as more money to spend on advertising, profit starts to increase quickly. It will be possible from year 5 onwards for an investor to exit the company. Thank you very much for listening to our pitch, and any feedback would be greatly appreciated.